many ya tete ne nso be ne den minim se nipa dodo na enim adekora ye papa e ma ne firi mu na ena no pay de na de tie nyina nsa me mama chen na nsa na me mate asem de isem di mitumirika na me kaja edigumu entem de tie nyina nsa na nampedu ye se ne ho edodo ne kakra na ja wa mo fa se wo de ne hospital Achimota hospital no ye se doctor no ato ne boada na mo ye so mo Rashid na ko East Legon ena fofi anto ata na edwale aba mo ye na ne ya de nyina ono soso otimi efiri ye se asem a ababeto edwa nyina efe papa nyina ehu eno no ya ma me akosua Japan na de sansem wi ebeto dwa so no de na ne se eprekope ankasa eno no ti wono de wo kan ne asem wo kan nyina no ye no kurese ewum Dr. Like eden sema beto dwa ne sema wo kan nyina ne se yefie ho ema Kristo na enche ohani ema esisi a enche agenkwa na nkasa beba na mpo ka mo amutwa seni no ye agya mutwa nsamfa ebi twere ne ho no mo ne ka ose ka mudi so na nka esu yehwe mo na nka esu ento odi o ka nyina nse mo ama hu kokoti ene ye de wo fie se ye o ka asisi no wo se dako owuo no eda ho ede maye tie nyina yefie ho enma nyankopon wate tie yefie ho menya okay ene ye de ho menya me dia na ese de honorable Muntaka Baba Bonten ya baba kesi na ni brabre no wosi nyankopon ebetua Kevin Taylor ka wosi nso wasesa agu ne so no kura ba akukura anim na ni abre wosi nyankopon ebetua ka na emom o ka asma make sure say o evidence ankasa ewo ho enomo okay yankwa anim yakwa anim dia na Manasi Azuri Baba Bonten nso kanya so doctor bi ya ono de oye fake obon ho nsamrane so e doctor na de oye nyina ne se woso ba na yare sabia na ayo ba na eja odne sa dokro wa woye mra na wato ne bo ase na eja watimi edne bema na odi aye ne me nkrofo yire mu ene wa face mu akwa investigation se yache no na se nsama ise no ababeda kurum ha enyina no me pa acho se ye hwe twini Jonas ye nya no se twini Jonas kwa America no de odne ho kwa ball no Kristo ni mapa Baba Bontenis mo ka woti de bi ho twini Jonas na nso se wo no wasro mampani se wo ma me na ehu na adawroma ese de wi num nyina beka na yam so ati so beba Ghana na eja ba bi atwe Jonas wo no mo nso so ma kire ta cho atwe Jonas sister nso so ababonten ababeka so wo hu twini Jonas na emom nipa wo hodi wo responsible no Achipalago Nana Ado Hobson Adoye Ernest Owusu ebempa na Kofi TV osin nkrofo wei emo na ye o madwene o maka simple o edne beba Ghana na se o bepe ba bi akidnap na se o de aduane afasoro eso o de abansa de ge bi so peme akidnap me na eja ese mi te ho a me dwene me ho no medafo ba bi a obi na no peme mu nyina achen na no pempa cho edimirika na afi eja ye ba akokompe na eja ye da ne ho sa ate no ye ko Facebook live RtvGhana yenko ho pacho kwa adawuru ma ahobrase mu obuo mu share mame ati so share ya na edin no na watwero ne denden ede amame na metimi so achia ba bibia obi a ma chewo Awurade Yesu Kristo edin yamomade say YouTube so RtvGhana Royal TV na afi RtvGh ni nyina so no YouTube ya ubomade na eja ubopini wa ene ma ye nyina obetime nya bi no wahwe uja comment nso di go ebeba na ya kan sa comment no enyina na ye de amaw anope baabi a wo bia no na ye ma obi bia achi ebiem na se de wanka so ni tu na ya wada ne de na ye se boni tu asa atesam no ye ba de ade ya te no na ye ba beka enya de ente ye enu nti na atesam a video kan we mpo no ka wo se ka ye ahusem so ate ase atesam a video kan ho ya atesam me ko asab na atena fie bo makuti ade a me mfa me ho de ye hu ne no eno ne ye ka abusan fa lamboa ye se atesam enti die wate nene ene yeka kira foforo be no so die atero abuzafanya no ne de betudwa enu na obi bo mekuti ase mi makwa kaso akofo be yire me de mi hu yana na me ka na boa de ebe video ni so obi twasi bi yes ni na fanya akopọ ho a enu na me ka mi ma tetere be yire de mbeka bi amabrebo pa cho na ma me momode na yenko post fitness center na no na so pe me nkura bring picture me be braba oi anana ka pe video na ka pe video mo asate yan time na 72 de na ha say post fitness center enum kra yasene pacho ni tia say ekotene yan pom wo so wa fa kuma se de ana okay na mis mafa na mis so mafa kra East Legon Lizzy Sport hono ho ena mafa Anita Hotel Limited hotel adebia many edge evia hotel many edge wa many edge wa dane da onya aduane pedi na fe ba bi paso wonya ata edge so echa krume ho eno wo Dr. Fokro Herbal Clinic o osi adwama edru yare don bia otu ase de amo yenko pechi number 1 eho ni be hu no Mactonto Cargo Express o say ono de taking wo shipping adwuma e no wo ye enti Mactonto Cargo Express say Bomade na so bra na so wo badia na ye taki shipping no ye ma beto bi shipping nyina e de amount endpoint homeopathic clinic or free screening and also e koso free screening na e koso dia ene na so ada woromo eno ane so be bomade na akwa ne branch ya eben obia e na traveling to e na driving school say bomade na bra sakwantu hu nsam anase car kan mu driving mu e na apeso ye perfect oba ne nyina yetimi aboa abapa mo omo ye online shopping na se obi ade na ni e kire ho tenafie na ni omo endidwa betima download abapa app na type www.abapamo.com na say room ade opebi e di actual ya tete so we ye franco a end ene 30th a end be no on befa enti bomade ya tete so de franco trading enterprise asye ehwane de yani e kire na nsa na beko franco asye no this wapom de SCP esita e de ma enu ntina na ye kwa akolo Heba clinic asyo say yaredom de atitu de edunya say yare no wa mefa no asa obefa no asasi so nko ade ene na oba na so ya otu ase e de amaw na Angelica Enterprise was 4G na 5G energy drink me de me so an mabobo bi san say cafe ni wo form ene ntimi ni di krampo na entwame yam ekru na koa mixture immune system booster ye no boaw na immune system ni timi je adwuma agi na fe omuja na di afrisane na nipadua no etumi agina ne nan so Lawson Herbal Clinic okrama so sinu ahodo emiensan odi aba ye na totono ni bi na eno so entimi di akagina mu Kennedy digital satellite woso ono de aja dwumadie no o kaja edi egumu wosi machine yedi yameko open fridge air condition anase eni mapabiti se TV Kennedy asye ani ye ko Rick City Estate and properties was 9 bedrooms or yedi ma rent opa asase ato ejapade bia ope bia ye obi e ma Legend Herbal Center say ono so yare bi dunya stroke prostate ana BP yare don bia no ono so entem so watu ase e di amount Dawood Herbal Hospital Limited or say Dawood ointment on 360 capsules herbal mixture ni so ko ne kopebito na no so abo Dani Fashion and Catering School ono so na semi atade ehu twa say wokọ wedding engagement party bi e na wokọ bia bia wokọ bia pe ho afadia eno aso be frɛ no 0357961997 na sentem so ono so ajo wei e na perfect say sansa na be kọ dani ho na se skin ne kora enyefa atade nkra de shower nyame anim ni enkoyi ba cho somtimi hu ma bia on ton tade abode so shower mu a enfata wo mu we nyina perfect skin and body therapy oyi enema fon enyina de afiri nipaduam na shape no o shape ne kama e de amo yakobo shen Abraham Junction osu akwaje junction so na ho no nipadua na kama e de amai Ebenage Herbal Center Hyper Plus Pavini Plus so de asomye ene ebebo enkomo Ask Media Training Institute or say graduation Ask Media Training Institute so nyame ya adomo 9th October na graduate students are almost at say by January up to October 9th no ye graduate enyina be pa cho dwuma di koso KNUST Business School Block C ho na dwuma di koso dumienu sharp na yes dwuma di no akoso emre tia we bi na chese ya sorry na so bia apene ba bi afa na se sei enene ensam is eko mo so mfo ma de nyina ohene ba se wa bonsu ni cost trouble asam no awie nyina ne se masama mu nyina achi bi mo ye we ya ati sam so na masama yi tutu
ka okra yi kitu bi mam
de hina
Ebenage modro ne din disai
Herbal Plus anya Ebenage Ebenage
Ebenage no want
onyi ntum so da no ka okre na Herbal Plus na meti ya
Herbal Plus kan say Herbal Plus
me say Herbal Plus me kan the same thing wasi mati na wo to papa
so krema no
we krema wan
ono mabante na odi nkoma very careful
ensem na nya no obo no ma so
na nipa ne gua nja
ne bagu
Abubakar senka me man case na no pay Benjamin
case no ya mami case
ejam o say woman share family and na Kofi Samson Buadi John o da bi na say we dey ahwo dey aso so ayi no ayi ka za hini no o kwa de ya betre that is engage ya betre anka kwa osisa ayi kwa na beko de no twa kuma wuni ya wa yiri sabo ku so wan na pato yakra efa masuma na man
TV ba
kwa fa masuma ye tunjena se so ayira ehwe na yehu no na tena
Muntaka ase jemishina ene swansi wo binu
anya ono na ye wadamfo no
Muntaka
wono ni nice man Ba nya so ya kokko dia aka bi aka de ade ba to se
Muntaka nya kokko ojeji kakara
sa me petuntum na ye mi
nyola wo
Sawase MP
on ka so penipati etia o awo da bia wo
etia se
ade usi wo
ya ka so se de sa wa usi we sa na
ada bia tie sa ade
camera yo mo de
se ripa ni po wa na se won so amepe
se po se busy
aso be ko
yanko Muntaka asiye wanya abotre wose Kevin Taylor aka nsam de aguni so pa nsam no kan no kore baako eni mo si Nyankopon ebetua Kevin Taylor obetua aka wo Yesu Kristo di mu na ni abre edenden de wose mpo wose wo kwa abruchiri kro ne na ado ne koye wose ono ane twa ticket koye wose wo be bronze na no wo okọ mosque wose ni nyina no no kure ni contract de wose ni nyina no pacho yentie mfiri na ne wiase wokum ni pakra wose so utimi defend ye ne yentie say the evidence they are today and then ye otime so me de na akara.
On my show, I made Ghanaians understand that Muntaka is in the United States. The president and his entourage are also in the United States. I never said, say, you flew with the president to the United States. Now, Muntaka, I want to let you understand something. This idea of thinking, say, you can use Quran, you can use God to run away from the issues, no, it is never going to work. Listen, I said a lot of things that day about you and what you are doing in parliament. You never addressed any of them. The only thing you wanted to address was, oh, you never flew with the president. We all know you never flew with fly with the president. You were in the US. You visited the Bronx Mosque. You were there. There were government officials in the system. They were also here in New York City. Now, let me tell you this. This kind of, I want people to think that I love the party. I want people to think, say, media, I'm working for the NDC. You are the same person who told Ghanaians, say, you see, NDC brought you to power. NDC brought you to parliament. But your priority is to make sure that other things are sorted before the NDC. But the NDC's agenda, we all know, no, it's a national agenda. So when the NDC brings somebody to parliament, NDC is carrying the person to parliament to go and promote or propagate NDC's agenda, which is a national agenda. If you don't believe that, then you don't deserve to be leading the NDC in parliament. It's as clear as that. That is why Ekufuado, when he was choosing his ministers, he never chose any NDC person to be his minister, because he has an agenda, and that agenda is a party agenda they believe is a national agenda. So if you sit there and you say everything is about national, so the party should be neglected, then you don't need to lead the party. That is why today you are doing business in parliament, and I am telling you that you are taking money to pass criminals. During the vetting, you did it. Now you have done it. You, Muntaka. Today I will not go too deep. I'll take my time. I'll do a whole show on you. But I want to ask you this. How many contracts? Time and Napo education minister, how many contracts did you get? Don't try. Meanwhile, next week, like, I will resign. When you leave parliament as a leader, the NDC part will not collapse. Me say during Napo, because I know your very good friend is Napo. When Napo was education minister, how many contracts did you get? You know me, when I ask these questions, minim said don't, I want you to be answering questions. I heard that this weekend, so many media houses called you to talk. You say you're not going to talk. Speak. Time and Napo, education minister, how many contracts did you get? You, your best friend Napo, time and education minister, how many contracts did you get? Come out and tell Ghanaians you didn't get a dime. Nothing. Now, I want to ask you a second question. Me say, 2 weeks, you should resign. Because if you don't, I'll collapse that your political career. And I'm coming to Haruna Idrisu too. Now, last week, KK Sapon and Napo were in Canada. They slept through and they came to the US. Did you meet them or not? Don't dare me and sit there and write things that people want to soil your image. What image do you have? Me say KK Sapon and Napo, they were in Canada. They went through and they came to the US. Did you meet them? Did you have a meeting with them? Stop that. I say that if you think you are not making money from that role you are playing, leave and let somebody also come and not make money. Because the moment you are there still protecting that position, it means you are using that position for something. This is just the beginning. Missing me out 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you and Haruna. The things are ever out, you know. You see the GMPC deal there. I don't want to go in it. Shut up.
I swear by the God that created me that I'm saying what I know is the truth, not because I want to entertain someone like Calvin Taylor, but because of the innocent 1,001 gullible people across the globe who are finding it very difficult to read between the thin line to know who is speaking the truth and who is lying. Calvin Taylor, let me tell you, I challenge you to bring everything that you claim to have. I am very ready for you. But you see, the kind of allegations that you are leveling is so shocking that you claim to be a journalist and you know the tenets of good journalism. I bought my ticket to the US. I swear to God that I serve, Allah, I have never met anybody, whether in government or their surrogates or discuss. Look, I don't need you. I don't owe you to tell you why I'm in the US. I'm a citizen of Ghana, and Parliament is on recess. I have every right to travel privately to wherever I want to go. I don't owe you the obligations. But if it is about US, let me tell you, first, you lied that I was in bronze in a mosque. I challenge you. If I'm in the US, the mosques that I attend are Mount Hope, Yankasa, or An-Nasser. I challenge you to provide that evidence. And those of you in bronze, this is to tell you the lies that is peddling. Have you seen me in any of your mosques? In fact, since I came to the US, I've not gone anywhere even near Manhattan. I have not met anybody, not even an MPP person inside this US. The only time I would say I met somebody that is close to MPP was on the flight when I was coming and I met one of our guys in my constituents, Alisra, who came for us. Oh, he wanted us to have a picture. Well, I mean, it's MP. Calvin Taylor, let me tell you, whoever told you that me, I've met KK Sapo and Napo, I can't remember the last time we spoke. Since Parliament went on recess, I can't even remember. Yes, we are brothers. We grew up together, attended the same school. His father was like a father to me. But I challenge you, please, you claim that he has given me a contract. I challenge you to provide any contract that me, Muntaka, have received from Napo. You see, you are not decent. Decent people, when they hear things, they try to cross-check. Because you are not decent and you are so raw, you are so naive about the things that we do, you don't even bother yourself. If I were you, when people were telling you that, oh, they are cutting contract, they are short-chaining all of us, they are sitting in power, they are not doing anything. If I were you, what I would do is that I would go and look for the Hamzat of Parliament on all the things that happen and see the debate and see what everybody said. You just sit because there's a mic before you, you just speak anyhow. You think that's how a country is run? You think that's how Parliament runs? It runs that the way you run your home. Are you NDC? Since when did you become NDC? Since when? When we were dying to get power in 2008, where were you? Are you NDC? I challenge you. Every audio that you have, you claim me, Muntaka. Please bring it out. Any evidence that you have that me, I've never met Napo in the US. I've never met KK Sapo in the US. I've never met anybody in the MPP. Not even in the NDC. All I'll tell you is that if you think you're courageous, just come to Ghana and say the things that you are saying so that we can sue you. So you can defend yourself in a law court. You don't sit in the US and accuse people in Ghana and say that, oh, you can go to court. No, come to Ghana. So that you accuse me within our land and I will sue you within our land. But you don't take the opportunity because you have this privilege to sit in front of a mic, to just speak anyhow. Since when did you do this? Do you know the sweat that we've gone through? When we were campaigning, why didn't you come and do the door-to-door? Why didn't you come and we ran the key fit? Why didn't you come for us to do the posters? Why? You're just sitting on Facebook and screaming and leveling on national allegation against people is what wins election. If you claim you are a man courageous enough, come to Ghana and make this allegation and let's see whether we will not meet in court. You see these lies that you've told me, I will never forgive you. The God that you claim to serve, that God will punish you. The pain that you have put me and my supporters through with these lies, God will punish you in a way that you least expect. Because God knows. I didn't come to US to meet anybody. I did not meet anybody. I've not met any of them. You are an agent of MPP who is trying to destroy NDC. Because obviously that was where you were. It's only Nana Akufo-Addo that you disagree with. That's why you claim to be speaking for NDC. You are not. You are a big liar. And I challenge you, if you say that's a fact, bring it out. You can't destroy NDC. You are too small to destroy NDC. But for those of you who claim to love NDC and are listening to him and thinking that what he's doing, oh, he's speaking for Ghana. Is it how to speak for a country? You think I'm stupid? I'm not as stupid as you. And I challenge you that if you claim that you are courageous, come to Ghana and make this your allegation and see whether we will not sue you. And then you see the level of your foolishness. What kind of nonsense is that? You just sit down and you don't know. How old are you? Do you know when we started this? Do you know how much sacrifices that we have made? Go and find out from Aswansi.
Nchia mo kakrawa na ja mudi politics echia capital government shia enanse ya na me hu acha sese de eja waye din kakra na afi na ekua me chia de Deborah ose wa share sa okay na efia edu ono so say Kelvin wanya NDC ni nemu oye MPP ni sia Samson Samson ono so no anope wo say wo share den say wa kutu hwe nimo amuzu Derek nso anope wo share Alexander ono so Alexandra ono so hwe na afi Prince ya chiamunyina Steven tufo anope ya chiamunyina Boss Ike kwaju anope ya chia Deborah say medican abodi okay why ai
Jennifer do meeting in Kache.
What you saying? Na mo ye.
What the other room? Na peja. Sole 20 minutes ka krebe no.
One of chance ana mo ye chiri wiana.
Oh David. Ska de obika. Si ada ska ni wona ya na cheche ho.
Yes, we ni scanner. O se mo me.
O ka nwane ase nkra kwa wa. Oye ba no peja do tumfo nyankopon ase ayi nkandi na ase nkandi. Aja de ka nyina na se wo ye kese. Na wodwom ne di wo hene. Enko menhia na enchia otikoko so
na opem so
pia wode no ho pia
ni
na him fo atwa no ho ahia ni ahim atwa no ho ahia nyina echia mo na mechia eye regional office fo nyina me sole am no mu koye meeting binti mo ntwa me ba wani ba mechia ye wura ye okasa ye MP Honorable Muntaka ene Kevintera
titi bremu Kennedy afrepoku se ohwem
o ya chia no pa ya chia no pa
mun chia no mienu ai
onye fo
chia o mo wani ba ensema papa yi kan metima ka se madwunche se efa wom onim eye politics na anasa abato na yeto no se nya to aba ne se wie se kimu a obi eye adwuma ama Ghana so enti ade ba ko a enye me won wane se obi NDC ni na woje contract every MPP ho enye wanwa ni nyina no okoye contract no nya sika ni mpesu aso no de ko so enti no nya wanwa de tosu mienu de enti amese ebetima ye no kore ne se okọ parliament a se so mo ye 137 ena ba ko bi abetu asoro fine good ye to aba ni wia ya ko bisa ho se ye de bibi ko parliament ni ye to aba ekosi sei ebu okọ MPP timi ko be 200 so na se de ya no a enkrofo bi hihase a yetimi support eno nso no mehunu se enye bone ebia na de na aba parliament no ehunu hia so enti sa nyema we nyira no hyeda nya ade a eye huhuhu se enipa na ye bone kase bi nasefo na ade ya na ya ne se wodo obi di ne wura nyina hye mu se me NDC ni me ye adwuma me NDC nasefo na bia MPP ni etukwan na onso watukwan akọ na se mo bebe mo ne nam no hwa na ne nam no nipa bebere badwene niema bebere so enti ye bibia ye hunu kwan ye befa so ye betoto niema de tosu mienu waye ne ba ha da bia me kase sebe kroma mpanifo ye hwe ha so ebia ni o say wade ya obi de ede ene wade ba ya wo no afi de nukure wo mu nyina no wuyi ba
safontom from the
what you say so me se panyini bia wo kroma ha bia no bibi koso na senya onfara no ntum ma politics no enchiche yemu politics na ye no ne saa ne man na ma ese no obi ka sebe nsem bi kura mfa kwa mu a enam so wo ya kwa mu nti no kasa ne ye kyekire ne ye wo no kasa ne duru tembe na se tra ensuo eto gidigidi na se gata ye ma ebi pa fa ba bia so ye hunu saa de no na ye ma krofo bi ntwe
no ye ba na
sensuo se tona gata se ne ma
we nyebe
enchada nyebe ba ye de kasa
asan for bible ni mo
what you say oh enti mesere anse ne ya wo keka wonsam wo se wonye adwuma ma NDC but was started da wo ka bi ma NDC na sefo no ye hu NDC ni bi abeka se wo boa da ene de kakra fa wo na ho no wo se wo boa so ya mom ye nya sebe mpreduasa hypocrite na ye nyina no ye nya baako obi ya de atia party bi woni ho enya ka che ne se nya wonyai even cross ya no kra no wo ka mo na ete no se masa ade a wo ka kire ebia MP we president we no eye no kura but the way we sikasa no enye na ye nyina ye nya ba ko ne ye kire kuro no na nye sa ye be kwa sa ba betwa ye bu be bi se wo ti se obi aboje se hia
sensuosi ho
no wa sensuosi wo de ho so e kire se try na masa ade no emfiri ho ene ebe kan no o se aka ho mesre ye nyina ye nya nkabom se NDC o MPP o nya to ba ni wi a ye nyina ye Ghana fo adwuma ekoso a ye wo adwuma bebre ekoso a omunya NDC omunya MPP fo so mu ye so eno nkire se wonya ye na kuro enwu watantantan pia
okay aja
oyene ba
chia fragato mienu mame
me chia no pa
ko ni mai
بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
bad
وزدي
bad bad mo menim pie
هذا هو أوتي عربي كذا بيا أوتي أزيه ونبا ما من تيا فرقاتو إنوان
so wa dan na bonsam
تيا فرقاتو أو كونوا ميوم 0243292419 ونبا متيا Muntaka payi أنزه Quran chapter 4 so to Nisa verse 2
Surah 2
Nisa jina wa emma plural no
surah to ma
وسيا أيها الناس تقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منها رجالا كثيرا. The man go to that chapter where he say, "Or swear by God, say I swear by Allah who created me." Or you Muslim the whole can win him.
Wahidatan.
Abako. Oh hey, men ka se ni no. Your page bo YouTube o me se body ni. E ya ndisi full page. Asembia fam MPP on the koto. But oh fire, Kevin, you fire good. You talk nice. And then you can be as a tia krabia who share by Allah. Can we say we nipa? You are not angel. Who but by your from so. Whenever I used to kiss you Matthew chapter 5 verse na we 48. O say fakunu antum kamilin. O say momonya pe we nipa. Momoni so betimi aye pe. Kama anna abakum allazi fi samawati huwa kamilu. Nyankopon no on ye kamil aye perfect. We nipa ntino. I was say obamodin so betimi aye perfect. Ma papa yi me panase pa mo ankasa say aso wo ye angel bi. Kevin ne kasa wo kan ye no. Wa fa evidence bi ama wo si so wo den no a wo the evidence ni beba but o ponchi holes bi a kire say wo ye adwuma e de ama party na oteso no ye ba me ba o Ghana ye ba akopɛ nya one people different kind one people e di antiranka senka mampanyini kura kɔ ayabroche na se papa yi di akire bo na kan banye ne sei mampanyini so obu oman ama oman Ghana enam propaganda dam mi enu ntem enti kese se mampanyini ya ade mpo ne ko so bo na basoma ama bo so wo ya ade ye fa sa agikire oman ohene ba oman bi akoso bi an o say unity no eye tight say ye nyina kabo me ba ko say ye oman ni but wo de o manifesto ba enti no we ni ye de ye krompon so be support enti Kevin senka mampanyini kompo no di akire nkan so bi anu na mum wo say enam sika pe bi enti na wo ye sa kisa wo bo why say Xavier na obo Barcelona wo chepass ne ma wo mo jentam on she go ni bi o wo chepa ne ma simu she go so no e ba sa na say wo ye hypocrite etimi seba pese wo de Allah esua say aseba Allah no se no kwa bi wo mo ahonka hu say nyankopon ne tumi no eso chen to me nkete yedi eni dia ma mo asase we su no obetuma ayi adwuma enti o hwe na mamo ye wo so oya de udi ni patu yaso a akwan pa ho ye nyagro ekwan kama ye de ho ta dem bebre na nafuna jafo bona baso de bia enti but more on nyina eno so nkase won timi nyamfun so wa aban mu asa ani se bani so the man na tie ankosiaga
to wase
bai ba ankosiaga enti no yesre no onyintum se oye nipa obetwa enti uka njobo a wo se onbaba no wo papa o timi nya boni ana wo onipa oba wo no onipa oba wo no wo nya die wo timi nya se de o ma oba ne wo no nyankopon de wo exceptional a wo no de fi bi ani no ho onipa de wo da kro mpa wo timi nya wo fu so wo nam yes ona to wo timi nya wo so na wo nante
na ni saka pu me da
timi so no pia
twan kuma
horo so kakra ho
yes asam ne me no
krebi
me ne sa ntimi kasa na so be to bo ase no to bo ase ko be mu
wo se
ka wo be mu yanko yan
onimo bia sinto
onimo bia program ne no kore
wo so na o si we
na ho da bia ni fie ya
ofa ho de onkwanya
na ho dia afa
na se obi ka me se ha wa ne tweet ye
odia bless
obi an na ho fa e na obi an na ho suo nti ka so ne ohene ba
oh jano
Absafa bayana mose japo mi mane nkasa wati asem na se obeja akwa kansam kase ade aka
obi so kasa so kasa
wa nso so ana aye de
fefe so ho ye de
ni nti ase mini ha
me cha me na ma wa ma no ne
mini ha
former New York hin na mponsa no na yira ta
ya Billy Bronze
on ne yire poma abesia na poma kesi ni tilapia mo che na
e wom so didi pa
e wo bronze
o nanga
e asam wa
o tilapia so de so ni kaza last
ni tilapia
tilapia
last time
Isaac Kuamwa on ne yire bibi o se knife no so ye o papa yi wo bronze
anu pari am fie
New York ya chia na
ni ewe na
Bronze
Pablo ane Abra
Texas
fefe empane bu baby
Marcelo
basa bube
ania
wasa kapuma wanyam
no
wa ankasa kora nkenye
fefe empane se anko bile huni wodi adanse money
ana se na wa anko be de na wonim de si wonim de si ye
wo ye dina huni de si ye adwo wura fa fe fa
wo se kejetia
kejetia de munya me werem adwo wura ho ye de doctor amangwa
tula wankwaje man
okasa ho
ono wo ye
we is Van Dam ono fata straight CPC airport plan to mu bufu pasa fefe empany bu baby
no anka doctor
na me kan se banka doctor
kasa
kade o de banka
e je se wo so de die se wo pese ke kakra na wo yi ta kire na no mu le kasa
so de o kana o kan
oh
so na tu
fefe empany bu baby Masali se jina tuopa edi mo epa na epa
asa ko agina ne yem wodwene hu ye
wo fru dia pa de piano
na pita ba
some say ti kro nkwa agina ti kro nkwa agina
atuli pepe ejadu kro
atuli pepe
takwa se fo na wo ye de
ah mo hu ye
sajo
ana se metene nka samantene nka ka mi fi no
zaba fo san na yiri dore se bufu power safo fe menana Muntaka ase me grow so kra na wade ayede
mane so kra asem wo kan obeso
oh mami hwe se o ko America na na do na ko ye so no dey try take it eno no so be ni wo mu eno no dey na papa be ni wo mu anti no Kevin Taylor on so dey ba bonten se na do na Muntaka ko ye na djuma penti no wade na ko se pifo ni nyina ti se Muntaka nka Ghana ki akwa nyina ye
ya kwan ba
aswa ayi Swami MP wadi be 24 years ko de Swami tie Swami MP me wi na free ni kakra mo
o de ko ni
chairman
Sabozu ko de Swami manta mu ba bi tie basa
ko ya hwere so mpesu aso
abuaka hwere na wo kan hwere abuaka house bo basa ne ko hwe aswase asokore mampon bo ban eko Kenya ase
ada wadi mate bana
dabi mami wo pese ye cheche nzemu mo ni
bobo ni mbobo
onu de Muntaka ye no se kan before Ghana before nyina te so no nka Ghana kwa be ni wo so hwe CPC ayai ayai
CPC crew from CPC
wait TUC ayai esikafu mo ayai ko hwe kwai amana da ha na ka ko wurem adai enti kasa nipa wei na na do yan pipini Muntaka ya ndisi ni na ko kompono wa twa plate gama so won kwa kana juba pentire ngode ne ko we ge be keka ho asem bai ya wo so ma so we so masira no onyo be ye bisa ye bida onyo be na o made mo so ade ne lusi akan
yes
tira na do kwa na kwa ka fu so bi ani
ball
na do ba ya o ma speech
ni mo ko
no ni jira ya ko ano hwe na do ma speech o de Muntaka twa aboa na bibivo ni ho na bibivo ni ho bibivo no mo ni ho so de Muntaka ne twa aboa na wa sante reje
ye kwan pa
wo de juma ye challenge sa oyo edi pa ya de o sa ye me se Kevin Tell amesra no sa de we oyo fa no nyina enkosi aga wo kwa America o wo bronze na do try take it na no mo Ghana mo nchiriba se mo ye bi wo social media mo je de ba bo Ghana de twini jona se ye no se ye te ni free mo abofra na se ke gbo na ba so de ba bo Ghana na kra na ye no anye de wo ye na MPP ni na ndi se no e ba bo Ghana MPP Valentuma Penfra, MN Valentuma Penfra, and I'm Ghana by Tia Pansam, the destroy. Says on 7 minutes Mutakabaye, area Chenu diatem. What kind of nonsense is that? No diatem.
Oh, cry so, yeah.
Wow,
ameno,
Mesra. Ndia amena na social media na amba Ghana Valentuma Penfra. O mo nyina meba boa Ghana afa Valentuma Penfra. Me nchima mbe hu sampa. Nkofo bi di social media. Ye follow nya ba free. No nya MPP ni ndisi. And I say, we try to take it in the window, and where am Ghana? Okay,
Aduma Chadi, go hold on a Bible can send